filming this from a distance just to show you. So you've got this block of flats, and then the wall in front of it, it's 1990. If I pan back, you can see the same building. This is the one with the picture on it. The wall is basically here. That's the cemetery today. I'm now at the rear end of the War Memorial. So again, there would be an East Berlin here. There's the watchtower. That's the inner wall. The outer wall is, you can't see it from here. There's a few markers in the section on the other side of that barrier that kind of reminds people that there were 1,000 burials removed, because this was the cemetery. But there's also some markers there to indicate that some were not, so just a remembrance cross or two have been left. Oh, it's on the other side of the wall, but let's see if we can actually see anything. It's going to be interesting. Does it focus? It does focus. So this is the other side of the wall, with the memorial behind. Looks like you're looking for some sort of secret. You know what's there, because you've seen it already. It's funny, isn't it? Not quite sure what that is. Control box of some description. The memorial tower. The watchtower. Just back to this picture quickly. If you zoom in on the watchtower. So the one on the memorial has been rebuilt, but it's on the foundation of the original one, which is that one. If you look, I don't know what that is, those panels are, but clearly that's what, one of them is still left over there, if you remember back. So now moving into the site of the church that was destroyed. Not quite sure if that's a permanent structure or a temporary one. Field of Rye. This is an art installation. It presumably grows every year. So this little bit is the remains of the earthworks of what were called some of the border houses. So when the wall went up, the border itself is actually through some houses, which gave them some advantages at the time, because they could literally walk from east to west without any problem. But when the wall were built, they were basically kicked out of their house, initially boarded up. Then the East Germans destroyed the half of the building on one side of the wall, so all you had was the facade facing the west, and then eventually they destroyed the whole thing. So all that was left, similar to the church, all that's left are the foundations. Walls that way, and there's various photos showing escapes and where people escaped from. So these tour groups have stopped here. I think they're Spanish, so I don't understand what it's about, but I assume there's some significance to people escaping from this area here. Oh, tunnel. This is where one of the tunnels was. I think that lady there took a picture of her coat. She put a raincoat on over her good clothes, so that when she came out the other side of the tunnel she could take off the dirty raincoat and have just normal clothes. So that's a long tunnel. I'll cross to the west again, let's cross back to the east. There's more photos. There's markers all the way along. I mean, I've spent 2.5 hours and I haven't finished this. There's almost too much to read. Gotta be quick here. Tour group coming. Okay, the red dot on there. That's the side of this building. I don't know if it's the same building because it looks a bit too modern, but it could have been just improved. Anyway, I'm walking along what would have been the patrol road inside the wall. And then, let me just see what's in here. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to indicate. Border fortifications with anti-vehicle constructions. Okay, so that's the concrete base for a border wall obstruction. But further up this way we have remains of the inner wall. So, outer wall, no man's land, full of sand. Patrol path for the guards. And then you can see the posts actually. Concrete posts still remain, not concrete, steel posts. And then the concrete bits are further up here. It's an interesting photograph here. Rediscovered tunnel. 1970 tunnel we've discovered only a few years ago. Some sort of reconstruction here, but I'm not sure where that is. This is a art installation by a South Korean, which obviously reference to their border problem. And these are barbed wire made of rubber.